Hello and welcome to Furious Tea Break, the side channel to Furious Driving, where we do stuff that's going to go badly on the main channel and hurt the algorithm. Everything in life has a purpose, and that is the purpose of this channel. So once again, I will apologise for the lack of other non-regular Furious Driving content for this channel, because once again, I have neglected in the last month to do anything other than this single episode of Junk in the Trunk, because that's what this is. This is Junk in the Trunk. This is that brief period when instead of me giving to you, you give to me and send random stuff in the post, and well, we open it together, a bit like Take Heart's gallery back in the good old days. So yes, so as always, I'll just quickly remind you that if you want to be part of this particular series and you've got some stuff to post in, whether it's old pictures, old brochures, old number plates, anything car related, anything vaguely interesting or amusing, then you need to send it over to Furious Driving at PO Box 477, Aylesford, Kent, ME6 9LE, and it'll turn up here in a roundabout kind of way, and then we can open it and share with the class. And I'm sure whatever you've got will be worth looking at, and we'll have fun looking at it. So yes, there we go. Meanwhile, other little bits of housekeeping before we get going. Don't forget that Rosterville 2 is happening in September, on September the 28th, back at the British Motor Museum up in sort of Gaydon near Birmingham. It was a fantastic day out the first time. Hopefully the second time is going to be even better because it won't be so cold. So we're looking forward to that very much indeed. Head over to rusterville.co.uk, grab your tickets there, and we'll see you at the show. Secondly, don't forget to head over to furiousdriving.co.uk because we've got amazing mugs like this black Rover P6 V8 mug. We've got loads of other mugs, stickers, magnets, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff just waiting for you over there. By purchasing that kind of stuff, it helps me keep things happening on the channel by fixing the cars, by having money to fix the cars. And speaking of which, if you like these channels particularly enough, then do please have a look at Patreon and memberships, because that's another thing that we do over on Furious Driving, and members and patrons get an extra little video every week or so, sort of explaining what's going on behind the scenes, what's coming up in future videos, and sort of discount code for the merch store, and occasional special offers and things. So yeah, it's just a nice thing for everyone, really. Speaking of nice things, let's start looking at what's in Junk in the Trunk this week. And still, the black Rover with the creaky boot is outside in the driveway, so we're using the W123, aka the big blue table, to host our trunk junkage today, or still treats from the seats. So let's see what we've got in the car. Right, first of all, now this one is additional to last month. Something else I'd left in the back of the Volvo, left over from Rosterville 1, because that's happened with a couple of bits and bobs. This is, I don't think I got this in time out of the car, basically the car's parked at my parents' house for a long time, in time for the last Junk in the Trunk. This, I believe, is a Fiat Punto. I think it's a steering rack. Mark 1 Punto it says on it. Oh, window gear linkage. Yes, it is. It is a Mark 1 Punto window gear linkage. Annoyingly, this isn't a Rover 200 window gear linkage because I really need one of those right now. But if the window on the Punto ever fails, then I have now got myself a spare window linkage complete with a genuine the Cambio Originale box. There's nuts and bolts in a takeaway tub as well. So everything we need to install for a replacement window winderage into a Punto if that ever breaks. I was also thrust into my hot sweaty mitts at the NEC last month, or month before, a set of Mark 1 Punto headlights, which is really, really handy, just in case I ever got a stone chip in one. They're quite hard to find these days. So yeah, it's a bit more Punto spares tucked away, or to go tucked away in the barn. Let's find out what else we can find treating in the seating. Blimey, this is heavy. There is no return address, and let's point the camera down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so get the knife, cut my thumb off. This is going to, oh my gosh, this is magazines. This is a lot of magazines. Wow. Okay, so this is Autocars. My goodness, Autocars from what decade? 1980. And this is perfect, the first one to come out. It's load luggers. Load carriers of comparing the best big estates. And we've got the Granada, which is of course interesting, but behind it, what's that? It's W123. Literally the car we're sitting on, apart from that's a saloon, this is an estate, other way around. Wow. That is a watch advert of its time and a half. Wow. Oh, centre page spread in this. Yellow TR7. Oh, come on, that looks good, doesn't it? TR7s have really come into their own these days. What else we got in here? Oh, exciting action photo of a BMW 501? No, 528, sorry, 328. So that's actually quite an interesting feature. I might have to spend a fair bit of time out here in the garage just reading through these things. First full test on Metro 1 litre, wow. Hatchback choice 3,000 to 4,000. Lotus 79. Oh, check that out, that's a bold cover choice. I like it a lot. I'm loving the tyre advert on the back as well, with the model cars on the different tyres. That's really cool. Saab, Volkswagen, we don't even get that Volkswagen in Europe, I don't think. Ford Mini from July 1976, wow. There's some amazing research material in here. Tested, new Bluebird, August 1980. Now there is not, as far as I can tell, a note in here. There's just an awful lot of stuff. Oh, new Alpha Sud 1.3 full road test. That looks exciting. Oh my god, oh, it's not a level thing. Everything's falling off. Oh wow, every single one of these I'm lifting it off and there's something new and exciting. The new Granadas. That's cool. Oh, music on the move, car radios and cassette players supplement. Fabulous. That's quite a thick issue. What was that colour advert? Oh, Panda 4x4s. Oh my goodness. This does not stop being amazing at any point. Man alive, what year is this one? 1980 as well. Also, from 1981, enter the J cars. Mach 2 Cavalier. Obviously that was sold in America as well under the J body, I think from Dodge, Chrysler, all those kind of brands. Those were really, really good cars, the Mach 2 Cavaliers. Page 35. Oh, excuse me for a bit, I'll go and read this. Wow, how weird does it feel seeing cigarette adverts? Yuck. J car for Europe, next to a Jaguar advert, the J car for Britain. GM take a Cavalier approach for Britain, new 15 model front drive Vauxhall range. This week sees the announcement of General Motors front drive J car in its European form. The American Cadillac, Chevrolet and Pontiac J cars came out first in last May. In Europe, the J cars came from Opel left-hand drive and Vauxhall right-hand drive, although GM's deliberately flexible world car policy means there are some variations on that rule. They did a two-door saloon. I never realised that. Wow. Obviously, you know, the hatchbacks and the four-door and the estate later on. Wowzers. There's some reading and a half to be done in here. No wonder this box is so heavy. Right, okay. I'll put these somewhere they're not going to fall over. Oh my, had I not noticed that? I just lifted off a minute ago. Another magazine. There's another Mercedes W123 road test in there. Tested. Luxury Mercedes 250T. 250 being the 2.36 cylinder or 2 litre. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, wow. There's a lot of good stuff to be going through here. There's many hours of good reading to be had. But I don't know who from. If you're the person who sent this in, then first of all, thank you enormously, because I think it's quite an expensive bit of postage for this much weight. And you knew right. I need to go and have a skim through and catalogue this so I know what I've got, so that I can actually use this information next time I do a review. This is all seems to be sort of 76 to 81, give or take. Wow, put that to one side. That's some good stuff. There's not a huge amount in the treats in the seats this month, but let's see what else we got. Ow. Now I'm not going to open this one facing the camera because there is a return address which I don't want you to see. Oh, there's a letter. Oh, it's a hubcap. Wow, that's cool. It's like an SD1 hubcap. That's very cool. How many of them are there? There's two of them. Okay. Hi Matt, here's a contribution to, I'll try and read that in English. Hello Matt, here's a contribution to junk in the truck. My suggestion for the wheels on your Rover 3500/4600 project car. Enclosed find two nice new Rover SD1 2600 Apple Core wheel trims, as illustrated here. I also thought these look great and would be pretty unique but obvious solution for the car. Hope you agree and consider them. Quick googling suggests they need to go on SD1 steel wheels, not P6. Oh, okay, that's interesting. They are 5 stud, and I think yeah, the 5 lugs on an SD1 are the same lug pattern on a P6. As the former are wider, they would suit the upgraded car better. Good point. Apparently they also need to change the hub studs for SD1 metric ones. Oh, okay. And use appropriate later wheel nuts. If you choose to explore this option, then right now on eBay near Sheffield there are 2 SD1 steel wheels. Anyway, enjoy the spring and summer. Regards, John Maruzzi. Thank you, John. That is a really cool thing. I'll try those on the car and see how they look. I imagine eBay's listing is probably ended now because this has been sat in the car for a couple of weeks while I've been sort of waiting for enough bits to turn up. That's the problem with the junk in the trunk. I only do the actual opening of the stuff once I've got enough to do a full video. So it's always a surprise for me as well as for you when I open these things up. Unfortunately, it means that any pertinent, timely information might be out of date. This is more thrust into my hot sweaty mitts at Rustable stuff, I believe. Now this is an MX-5 flag, which I can't get into. Why can't I get into it? There we go, I see. This is good for the barn. I might wait until I finished in the blasting of dirt. Oh, it's got proper ringlets and things. Oh wow, that is cool. Oh, I like that a lot. I'm looking at it backwards in the camera, but that is really cool. Lowered, wide arched, very cool wheels. Oh, awesomely cool. Oh God, who sent this? Who gave this to me? This is from Rustable, so thank you so much for sending that over or passing that to me at Rustable. That is so cool. That is going up in the barn somewhere. I'll keep it in the plastic for the time being because I don't want it to get dirty. White flag will get dirty. Just 2 more things. It's a relatively short episode this month. Now this. Okay, small parcel addressed to Furious Driving. No return details I'm aware of. Okay, there is a letter first of all. And it says you can't upload this. Hi Matt, hope Furious family are well and all good at Furious HQ. Enjoying the content, especially the tinkering videos. After your recent Yunus video, I thought you might find this of use. Best regards, Jack in Edinburgh. So let's see what we got. It says fragile on it, and I'm going to be careful with the knife. Do you know, I don't think I've ever been to Edinburgh. We keep talking about going up there for like a family trip sometime soon. We probably ought to. I understand it's very nice indeed. It's a lot of tape on this. Here we go. We're in. Been careful with this. So this is it's a gear knob. A 5-speed MX-5 gear knob. Feel the weight in that. That's got to be like 400 grams or so. That's a proper bit of weight in that. Well, I never did. 5-speed writing stuff as well. Ideal for this time of year when you're not going to burn your hand. Because trust me, the metal gear knob in the car right now, not ideal. Frosty mornings, it's too cold to touch. Hot days like today, it's too hot to touch. Not a great choice. That looks like it is a genuine original click to fit MX-5 gear knob. Oh, thank you, Jack. That's very cool indeed. One thing left. One item. Okay, so what we've got here is a large bratwurst. Probably, or maybe not. What we have here is something actually impenetrable. Oh, it's another banner. The barn is going to look amazing. And this one is... Ah, it's our actual address for this feature. That's brilliant. And it's a T-Brake logo. Oh my goodness, that is brilliant. This is a reminder to myself what my own blooming address is. I need to stick that up behind the camera when I'm recording this so I don't keep forgetting the postcode. Oh, that is so cool. Who has that come from? Is it my friend the serial banner print poster? Name I've forgotten because I always forget everyone's names. I'm terrible with names. It's Ian. Ian, thank you so much. That is absolutely brilliant. Well, I was wondering what I was going to use for the thumbnail. I think I've just solved my problem there. That is awesome. That is. I need to make more of a studio setup for this particular episode because I'm balancing between tiny bits of space. That is brilliant. Thank you so much. That I'll hang up underneath there behind me so I know what I'm doing on this enterprise in future. That is so cool. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. I'm afraid I can't remember who put in my hand up at Rostable. Thank you to the mystery person. Ah, hang on. It's a small note enclosed. But dear reader, there was no small note enclosed. Notice on the top of the magazine box it says small note enclosed. But I can't find one. Ah, there is one more item which I completely forgot about because it arrived just a day or so ago. Actually put into my hands. I was collecting some bits for a Rover for one friend, and while I was there the guy said, oh, you've got a Rover 75, haven't you? So Joseph, not that Joseph, different Joseph, said, I've got some floor mats, some genuine Rover floor mats. Oops, for a 75. I've not got a 75 anymore. I don't want them. You can have them. So I'm going to give these a jolly good clean up, get the wet vac thingamajig out of the shed, give them a tidy up and see if we can get them looking good enough to go and shove into the 75 that's up for sale with Stone Cold Classics, because in about, what date is it today? In about 2 weeks time they're going to come and look at it finally and assess it to see what's actually wrong with it, and I think it's just a water leak, not a head gasket fail, fingers crossed, and that car will finally be for sale, but potentially with some genuine Rover floor mats in it, making it look extremely nice, because the floor mats in there right now, pretty minging, pretty nasty. They're the cheapie from a petrol station, kind of the nastiest ones possible. So that could potentially be a nice upgrade. Thank you, Joseph. Not that one. Anyway, thank you everybody who's sent stuff over. Thank you, Ian, for a brilliant banner. That is definitely something for the garage over here. And if you've got anything that you want to send over to the junk in the trunk to sort of share with the class, share with the gang, then please do send it to, well, I can now just tell you straight away what the address is. Fiat Driving, PO Box 477, Aylesford, ME6 9LE. Fabulous. I'm of course still trying to sort out a number plate from every country in the world and every state in America. I'll give you a run through very shortly on this channel on all the plates we've got, because we've got quite a lot, but there's a lot more to go. So if you've got anything of those knocking around, then we need to get them up on the wall. Anyway, thank you for watching. Do head over to furiousdriving.co.uk because I've got a lot of mugs I need to get rid of. And yeah, they taste good regardless of it's tea, coffee, hot, cold, even hot chocolate tastes good in these things. See you again soon on this or the main channel. Goodbye.